Today, the competition is not just between companies, it is between supply chains. I am Prashanth Bharadwaj from the Eberly College of Business at Indiana University of Pennsylvania. In the next 10 minutes, I am going to introduce you to the topic of supply chain management. The job of the supply chain manager today is to get the right products, the right quantities, at the right location, at the right time, with the right price, in the right quality. How do supply chain managers do that? Supply chains today are complex and global in nature. Let us look at a simple example of a pencil. This pencil's wood is made out of the trees from California. The lead which is inside is made out of graphite from Sri Lanka probably, and it is mixed with Mississippi riverbed clay. The ferrule that connects the pencil with the eraser is made out of aluminum, and the bauxite mine may be in Australia. The rubber here for the eraser can be either natural or synthetic. The natural rubber may come from Malaysia or from Brazil, but if it is synthetic, it is a byproduct of petroleum, which is found in the Middle East, in the Gulf of Mexico, and many other places. And the pencil is made in China. Let us talk about some important aspects of a supply chain manager's job, such as supply chain network design and location planning, purchasing and supplier design, relationship and collaboration, demand forecasting and inventory management, distribution strategies and transportation, measuring performance, and mitigating risks. In my opinion, the most glamorous jobs in supply chain are supply chain network designers and location planners. Walmart, for example, has over 5,000 retail stores in the United States and close to 200 different kinds of distribution centers strategically located all around the country. It is the job of the network designers to strategically locate these different entities of the supply chain. It is their job to decide when and where to locate a new distribution center, from which distribution centers to ship what products to different retail outlets. It is a complex network of entities. Purchasing and supply chain management, another critical aspect for companies. If you don't manage what you're purchasing from suppliers, we say humorously, garbage in, garbage out. Cost of goods sold can be nearly 80% for big retailers and probably about 50% for big manufacturers. What does that mean? In the case of Walmart, it sells over $500 billion worth of goods, but it buys approximately $400 billion of goods. We want to make sure that we can save as much money as possible because our profit margin is less than 1%. Every penny saved in supply chain goes directly to the bottom line, which is the net profits. Relationship and collaboration between companies within the supply chain management is critical today. Companies like Toyota have been legendary in just-in-time and lean operations for over half a century. They emphasize the close relationship with suppliers. It's like being in a marriage, not having an arm's length distance from your suppliers. This concept is very easy to understand, but very difficult to implement. One of the perennial topics in supply chain is minimizing what Procter & Gamble called as the bullwhip effect. If you crack a bullwhip, this is how it'll look. Similarly, in a supply chain, Procter & Gamble found that the variation at the retailers is much less than at the distributors and much less than it is at the manufacturer. It doesn't need to be that way. This mismatch between demand and supply can be taken out with collaborative forecasting, replenishment, and inventory management principles. Distribution and transportation are critical in supply chains, especially with omni-channel stores today. Customers today want to order by mobile phone or laptops and want it delivered at home, or order and get the product outside the store, or go into the store and shop in a traditional way. The distribution channels and the transportation modes have to be ready to support these omni-channel stores today. Companies today are using multimodal transportation of air, ship, rail, and road. They're using 3PLs or third-party logistics providers. Today, the customer attitude is, I want it now and I want it here. With this, information is as critical as inventory. We want to understand the application of technologies such as barcodes, to ERP systems, to RFID, to blockchain, to geofencing. Performance measurement is critical in supply chains today. We cannot manage anything that we cannot measure. Let us look at the case of Apple, which does not make anything, but it has to manage over 1,000 suppliers in over 50 different countries. How do they measure the performance of the suppliers? Not only the traditional financial and operational performance metrics, but they also look at people and the planet in addition to profit. They are looking at how the suppliers are treating their employees as well as treating the environment that we live in. One last topic I will mention is risk management. Until 2020, when we said risk, we talked about mitigating risks pertaining to strikes, hurricanes, earthquakes, tornadoes, and so on. But now we have to add the pandemic. In addition, the number of natural disasters that are taking place around the world have also increased. We want to understand risk management and humanitarian logistics strategies in supply chain management so that companies and governments can manage future risks. As you can see, I'm passionate about supply chain and I can go on. But hopefully this 10-minute overview has given you an understanding of supply chain management. If you want to learn more, you should take a class with me or with one of my colleagues in the Eberly College of Business at IUP. Thank you.